I'm going to kind of do a little walk around and kind of give you guys a glimpse into what's going on in the shop. If you guys keep up with us, you'll probably know that several of us are going on a trip to Colorado in a few weeks. Actually, less than a few weeks now. We are leaving on July the 18th and headed to Uare and most of the scenic trails. We're going to actually be driving several Jeeps, one of which is this Jeep behind me, and a few others in the shop. So we are in crunch mode trying to get a few projects out the door in preparation for this trip. So thought it'd be entertaining for you guys to kind of see what's going on here, and I'll give you guys kind of a little update as I go through each one of the projects, let you know what we're doing to them, what challenges that we've had so far, and if you guys have any questions about what we do, let me know in the comments below. But let me flip the camera around, show you what's up. All right, so what we have here is a 2025 Rubicon, which several months ago we installed at a 5.7 Hemi. So this has the AMW Hemi and skid plates. And recently it was time to take a look at the axle. So customer wanted to keep the 5 lug set up. As you can see, we still have 5 lugs. Didn't really want to go through a whole wheel change, but was looking for something much stronger than the factory Rubicon. So the factory Rubicon's here. Kind of give you a glimpse of the factory front Rubicon, which is a really good axle for most situations. So this is the factory. Kind of see, this was also trussed in order to give us some additional strength. Has RCVs that we were using, but customer was looking for a little bit more insurance, as we like to call it. So he went with the Currie system. Got a much larger ring and pinion here. The axle's tubing is much thicker. Got we also transferred the Reed Racing knuckles over. So it also has a higher pinion to give it a little bit more ground clearance. Includes a skid. You can see here. This is a particular one as an E-locker, as you can see there. Now, if you're doing this swap at home, one of the things that you'll probably encounter is, if you have a Rubicon, is that the factory Rubicon electronics really is not the best setup for an aftermarket axle. Can it work? Yes, it can work, but do your research, because the voltage that the factory Rubicon system is sending out fluctuates, and the aftermarket lockers from companies such as Eaton doesn't like that. It needs to have a pretty much a steady flow of current flowing through the wiring harness. So in this case, we're going to reroute the not utilize the factory Rubicon switches, and we're actually going to go dedicated using a company called Switch Pro, and that's going to allow us to actually have a dedicated bank of switching to turn lockers on or off. Another thing that we encountered was the sway bar links. The factory ones on the original axle had to be welded on in related to the particular setup we had, so we ended up having to go with some replacement links in order to replicate the sway bar disconnect system, as you see here. Those aren't in place here. Now we're kind of in crunch mode, and our goal is to get this baby back on the ground, because we anticipate there's a possibility that we'll need axle drive shafts. You know, this is already running a 1350 aftermarket axle drive shaft, and our goal is to figure out soon if we can get this on the ground if we need to make a change. That takes us a day to day and a half in order to get changes like that done. We do not do drive shafts in-house. So part of the planning for a project like this, you're kind of trying to figure out is what can you do in advance in order to give yourself a little extra time. So Ivan, who's working on this one, is feverishly trying to get the axles mounted into the Jeep in order to at least get it back on the ground and get it back to ride height to figure out what's next there. So he's kind of in the process of disassembling the rear axle system, kind of getting ready to drop it out, and he'll get the currie out of the crate and get it dropped back into place. All the major bolts are getting loose, everything's getting ready to drop out. Got the hubs off the rear. In a particular swap like this, you reuse the actual axle backing plates for the emergency brakes, as you can see here. So some of this hardware has to come apart in order to accommodate a transfer over to the new axles. So yeah, that's what's going on with this one. Here we got a Hemi that we have placed into a custom built Jeep. We didn't build the Jeep, but we are adding a Hemi. This one's kind of going through some suspension changes in order to get it dialed in. The control arms are quite unique and custom to this particular build. And, you know, that's a, you know, we work with customers on these particular projects, and this one has a custom control arms that's going to actually have some LED lights in it. And from a look and just, I mean, going with this build, this is a really cool, beautiful build that's have a lot of effort and time and passion put into it. Sometimes there's some details that our clients really want, and so we're working to accommodate. This one is going to require some trimming. You can kind of see here, there's some rubbing here. And so we're going to be doing some trimming on the side here in order to give this tire a little additional clearance. And when we do that, we're going to be boxing it back in. There's some trimming that we're going to do in the back. I'll show you that real quick. It's the tape line right here, as you can see. We'll be trimming that out as well. That'll accommodate these larger tires and kind of help us get back on the road. So let me keep going around shop tour real quick and kind of show you what's else up. Keep going around. Next bay over is one of our maintenance bays. And in case you didn't know, replacing factory motors with replacement motors is a common thing we do in the Pentastars. Can't really see it very well, but this has a new to us remanufactured engine with a warranty. So we're in the process of replacing the factory motor with a replacement motor. So there's a lot that goes into that, as you can imagine. It's great to have a nice lift to do this kind of work on. This will probably be back on the road tomorrow afternoon. It's kind of in the finishing phases of putting everything back in and kind of getting everything dialed back in with fluids and lubricants, antifreeze, oil, power steering systems, AC's got to be recharged. So yeah, a lot going on in that bay. And let me go around the corner and kind of see what else is up. Whew, look at that. Currie axles. This is the rear axle for the currie system I was just going over in the back. So getting ready to pop that baby in. Another set of currie axles. That one is for a JKland Elite build. So we'll be getting a JKland Elite started pretty soon here. So excited about kind of seeing this build because it happens to be yours truly. We've got this amazing hydro blue Jeep that's in the finishing phases. Always waiting for a few more parts, but this has gone through a pretty significant overhaul, transformation. We put some Dynatrack axles, 8-lug conversion on it from the standard Rubicons. We put 42s on it. We put an amazing motobilt bob bed that's just got back from paint a few days ago, kind of in the process of being reinstalled and built out. This is the motobilt rack that's been powder coated. We're going to put a tray above this, get this baby back locked in. Very nice looking liner material that was applied here. Backup lights, powder coated fenders. Very nice, very clean. Got bump stops here from King, kind of going down the line. This one also has a new Hemi. So we've got under the hood, we've got a 392 Hemi that we've installed and built out. We're in the process of wiring up some of the Baja design lights up top. And we're also in that phase of kind of doing some custom tuning. We've got a few miles on this Jeep yesterday. We're waiting to kind of get some feedback from the tuner on how everything looks. But as we proceed with the project, we'll continue on with tuning and get it dialed in. We're also waiting on a part. This is getting some artec skids. So we're waiting to get those in so that we can convert them over to the 392. Kind of going on down the line, let's take a look at what's next. Demon for sale. If you're interested in a Demon 840, you didn't know, that one is for sale. Really, really nice, well-built Jeep. Custom powder-coated red frame. 42s, bead locks, trail grapplers, power steps, Rubicon. This was actually a Recon, and custom audio, custom steering, just a very, very well-equipped Jeep with some amazing custom audio, Nemesis fenders, fender liners, America's Most Wanted rear bumpers in front and rear, all blacked out, combat off-road tail lights, combat off-road hood hinges. We've also got half doors for this Jeep too, so if you're interested in this one, let me know. Next up, we're working on getting ready. We're kind of doing an inventory here. One of our customers coming in for a next motor swap later this week will get a new 392. As the process goes, we do an inventory on all the parts. And you know, we're just making sure everything's in line before we get started. These are some of the components that's included in this particular project. Washer reservoir, these are the engine mounts, the kind of cradles that as we call them. This is the oil pump system, cooling, exhaust in the bottom, power steering, fan. This is a adapter for the transfer case. This is the intake for the air filter. Comes in this crate, all packaged together. And of course, this is the 392 Hemi. That'll be installed into that big boy pretty soon. All right, so let's go on down the line. This one is getting ready for some Colorado trip. This is our good buddy Toby from Arkansas. And we're getting some artec skids installed. We're getting some new Baja lights. We're getting a air compressor under the front seat. Kind of getting it all packaged up here in this mount system. Some assembly required, as you can see here. Seat's probably out of it, I'd imagine by now. Yep, seat is pulled out. And the air compressor will drop in here. And he'll have a on-off button in order to actuate the that system. The skid will be, of course, on the bottom. We're going to be doing some custom front bumper lights. And this one is part of the Colorado trip. So we got to get this baby running and driving again here in a few days. So that's what's going on there. Kind of going around the corner. Let's see what's up over here. Next bay up, Andy's bay, and we've got a Jeep going through just a really major transformation. Motobilt triangulated 4-link rear system, Motobilt skid system, kind of doing some mock-up, getting everything kind of lined up. Andy's already got the truss and the four-link system mounted to the axles. Already got the fuel tank kind of stubbed in. We've got the cross-link member here already kind of piped in. Got all the brackets. So we're kind of in this reassembly phase and kind of fine-tuning on how things are going to fit. You got hose routing you got to do. You got lines, you got cables. So everything's got to be tucked up nice and tight in order to clear all the goodness and all the flexibility that the 4-link system is going to have. So this is a work in progress. This is also a Jeep going to Colorado. Fuel tank, getting a rear mounted fuel tank, getting some RPM control arms. Beautiful setup there. A nice job of our buddies at RPM. This is the fuel tank over here. More of a skid system for the fuel tank. Coilovers getting ready to go in. So yep, a lot of work going on here. This is some kind of really major fabrication, design type work. Design as you go on some of it, trying to figure out some of the puzzle. A lot going on. So let me see what else did I miss. We've got, got one more over here, I think. Yep, one more in the alignment bay. So this is one of our customers, Rusty, going through some final tuning stages. We've tried to work through a Jeep kind of has a knock, and it's gone through some rather technical reviews in order to kind of eliminate some of the noises coming from it. This is a custom built Jeep with a lot of custom accessories, nothing non-standard, and so it's got some noises traversing through the frame that's actually being picked up as a knock. So we're trying to eliminate that in order to dial in the suspension. I'm sorry, dial in the engine. This had a 392 that we put in, and it's being very challenging for us, but we're going to knock it out. I guarantee that. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'm going to give you guys back your afternoon. Hopefully you guys get a chance to watch this tonight if you didn't see it live today. A lot going on as always. I'm going to close it out with a quick glimpse at the showroom. We've done some redesign. I'm hoping you guys will give me some feedback on that. Turn the light on here. Let's see, no, not that light. There we go. So we did some redesign on the showroom and kind of centralized all of our, we got 3 salespeople that's on the floor. Kind of did a great job, I think. I'm really excited to see how this space transforms over the next month or two as we kind of fill it in, get some additional inventory. I'm kind of in the corner. If you've been to our showroom before, you kind of know the layout, but we've got everything from spider web shades to bumpers, bumper displays that you can touch and feel and see what you like. We got audio equipment for your custom stereos. We've got programmers here for, reconfiguring your Jeep or your truck. We've got safety or security equipment for keeping your vehicle, where is it located? This is like a vehicle tracking system called the drone. Of course, speakers and amps. Just a lot of cool stuff going on. The Genrite display for all the aluminum components that you'd want for your Jeep. Nice wheel displays. Everything from Fuel to Dirty Life to Raceline, KMC, all the brands that Black Rhino that we've all come to know and love in the industry. We've got some new displays of merchandise with Jeep logos and Jeep branding. You guys are looking for something kind of cool. I love this one right here with a little 2-door with the American flag set up, American legend. Really nice one. There's one also with a, I think it's a Labrador over here that I really like. Yep. Go anywhere, do anything Jeep. Really nice looking golden lab there. If you don't know who that is, Bigfoot also is represented well at JKland. So we've got hats, all kind of cool stuff there if you're looking for some merch. Of course, we're known for our Traxxas inventory. If you're looking for a cool Traxxas rig, we've got inventory, we got stock, we got small parts, we got batteries. Really a fun hobby, including a couple boats. ARB, we got, if you need some ARB fittings or lines or little adapters, we got you covered. Everything from air compressors to lines and hoses, stainless steel. This is primarily what I recommend if you're doing an ARB locker conversion. Some folks will use plastic lines, but we really like the stainless steel lines. They're a lot more ruggedized for, if you get snagged on things while on the trail. Definitely a little bit higher end. You use these fittings to kind of fit everything together. So if you need some stuff like that, you're in the middle of a project, we got you covered. Baja Design lighting, we've got several different options there. Of course, you guys know, if you haven't been here before, Combat Off-Road makes some really amazing accessories. Fenders, inner fender liners, doors, half doors, great looking latches for your Jeep. We've got some nice black ones here. Got some nice aluminum, stainless steel, tables. Just a great guy that runs the company. Really great products. We really enjoy working with Ryan from Combat. Got some new merchandise that he's working on for us. If you're looking for a winch, we have winches in stock. Winches, they're heavy, and everybody typically needs one. And so we have some great options for winches too. Everything from a 10,000 to a 12,000. I think we got a few 8s as well. So if you're looking for a winch, we got you covered. Air compressors, recovery gear. Like I said, if you need something related to Jeep, off-road, trucks, performance, you're going to find it here. And if we don't have it in stock, we have so many accounts that we're direct with across the United States. Very likely we already have an account with them, can get them for you in short order. This is something kind of new. I'll kind of wrap up here in a minute. Legos. I'm like, why Legos? You're an off-road shop. Well, everybody that typically owns a Jeep, they are also typically have a family, or maybe they just enjoy, putting things together. It's a great hobby. And recently they came back out with an actual Jeep and a Bronco, so that's kind of cool. So we'll add more inventory to from Lego over the course of the next few months. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for tonight. I appreciate you guys checking us out and hanging in there. Try to finish up this video, get you guys back on your way. But just a glimpse into what's going on in JKland today. It's July of 2026, and we're less than 2 weeks away from our trip to Colorado. So let us know if you guys need anything. We'll also be at next, a big event we'll be at is Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. I know you guys are all excited about that. We're going to be there on the 21st of, actually we'll be in town probably on the 17th of August. And then from there, we'll be there all week. And then we'll be going to Windrock on the weekend after that as part of the Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion for the Warren ride. If you guys are interested in joining us, let me know. We'll be hosting one of the trail rides that day, and excited about getting back out on the trails, have a little fun. So anyway, hope you guys have a great one. And if I haven't seen you lately, stop by and say hello. Until then, you guys keep it real.